I am back on the 25th Madden, and this is my Connected Careers intro. And I am not going to be choosing an owner. I will be choosing the coach, and I don't know what an owner really does different from the coach. Well, in real life, I mean, they're nothing alike, but on this game, they just you can make a stadium and set prices for random shit. I want to do that. Are you kidding me? I'm just going to make a coach. I don't know why people do an owner, so I'm just going to create a coach, create my own name, do all that stuff. You guys are going to see a couple players that I cut just to show you that I cut. I didn't actually play the preseason games, and I am a team builder, by the way. I didn't actually, play the preseason game because there's a waste of time. I really don't feel like getting into it that much that I would play the preseason game because, one, they're not competitive. Two, I don't feel like playing it. James Harden, if I could have a beard on here, oh my god. I really hate making a black coach, and that's not racist, but when you make a black coach on the field, you'll see in one of the games, he just looks like a freak. Like, his face is completely effed up. I don't know if that happens with white coaches, but, I mean, maybe this game is just racist, because whenever I make a black coach, he always looks stupid on the field. And you'll see, just, like, his whole face is effed up. But I'm playing an all Madden. I am playing 8 minutes for the first game, and I realized that's kind of short because I only had like 100-some passing yards, and I was like, wow, that is bad. So I put it up to 10 minutes on week 2, which I've already played, obviously. I'm an instant starter, obviously. Everything else is pretty, I didn't really change anything else, and we're going to start her up. I will be showing you my sliders, and I really hope that you guys really enjoy the sliders because a lot of people look for sliders when they're playing this because they want a challenge on Canned Cruise, but they want to be saying, and I got a trade offer on Brett Kiesel. The guy's old. He's 34 years old, and I got a ton of draft picks, and I'm like, I'm going to take it. I cut John Parker Wilson because Axe horrible, and this guy is the slowest and the worst trucking, so it's like, you're off the team, off the squad. I didn't really show any more cuts because you guys don't really care. I mean, none of the players I cut mattered. I didn't make any big cuts. They were all just, okay, you're the worst on the team, you're off the team. And as you can see, I'm showing you right now, I didn't play the preseason games. I'm advancing to the week. Here are the sliders. For offsides, you want to tone it up a little bit because when you do like the fake snap thing, you want them to be kind of jumpy. False start, you got to keep the same because false start, if you never get a full start, but when you start using like the fake snap, you'll see it. Face mask, I mean, it happens quite often. It just doesn't happen very often anymore. So I did tone it up a little bit because, I do want it to happen here and there. At 5, I feel like it'll never happen. Defensive pass interference, you really got to tone down because if you keep it up, it's not a pass interference. They just kind of like, I don't know, offensive. It kind of makes it so that the receiver can't just do whatever he wants. You don't really see a difference, but it kind of makes a difference. Roughing the kicker is just, it shouldn't happen. It never does. It just shouldn't happen. Roughing the passer, I did want to tone down, but I didn't because I never really see it happen, so I just kept it there. Alright, now into probably what you care about. Quarterback accuracy, you gotta put it down for me because, I mean, when your quarterback's bad, he should be throwing, usually quarterbacks in the NFL don't throw all these inaccurate passes. Well, the bad quarterbacks don't make the good reads, but since you're the quarterback, you can see the whole field, you can make all these good reads. And you can see the coverage, you can see who's wide open, blah, 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 blah. I toned down the pass blocking a lot because I want defense to be big. Wide receiver, they just drop too many wide open balls. They need to catch them, it's that simple. Run blocking needs to be all the way down because running in this game is just pathetically easy. If you have pulling guards and stuff, you can just easily run all over them. Fumbles, they're at 50, that's not bad. Pass defense reaction time. Keeping up in pass coverage is up a little bit too because, you gotta play tight. I want it to be a defensive game. Interceptions, well, pass coverage I kind of toned down because I know that if my pass coverage is good, my offense can run well no matter what because plus I'm a defensive guy, and tackling I put up because I think, I don't want people trucking all over me because they don't even slow down. It's the stupidest thing. They kind of patched it on PS4, but I really think they should tone it back up, but to the point where you slow down when you truck somebody. But I put the tackling up anyway. Interceptions like 20, it's decent because, You know, they don't catch all of those deep balls that shouldn't be caught. They should be swatted. But they'll catch one here and there, and it kind of like evens out. You know, they'll catch a deep ball and then they'll drop an easy one, and then they'll drop a deep ball like I want them to, and they'll catch an easy one. So it's like, okay, quarterback actually got to keep it up for them, because you know it's a computer. They got to have an advantage on you because I'm good. Pass blocking, I gave it to him a little bit. Run blocking, I gave it to him a little bit. Whereas they were catching, still at that 47 because you don't want them dropping too much. Pass defense reaction time is way up there. I want my offense to struggle bad. Tackling, I really didn't keep it up that much because, you know, I didn't just bomb it way up because there should be broken tackles. I think I did. Interceptions I bumped up a little bit for them just because if I make a mistake I really feel like they should have it. I bumped up tackling to 57 along with mine, and that's pretty much it for sliders. There really isn't a whole lot else I'm going to change here. But as the season goes on, I will be editing my sliders to how I feel like they should be, you know, edited. If I'm passing too easily, they should be changed. If I can't pass at all, that reaction time's got to go down. But at the same time, I can't just determine off one game. One time I passed for, let's say, 400 yards. Ooh, it's too easy. No, it's just maybe they had a bad secondary or something like that. But if I pass for 500 yards on the Seahawks defense, obviously something needs to be changed. As you can see, I mean, I'm adding tackle a little bit. I'm bringing it actually down a little bit. Pass coverage, I'm putting it up for me because I want it to be a defensive matchup. These are just kind of edits I'm making now the second look. I put up their quarterback accuracy a little bit, you know, all that kind of stuff, and I think these should work out well. The first two games were competitive in the first half, but the second half, you know, either they took the lead or I took the lead by a ton. It was just kind of like, okay, the first half is looking good, second half is good. The scores were like in the 20s, high 20s, low 20s. Maybe high teens, you know. I really like the fact that it wasn't super high, but the thing I don't like about it is that there's very few punts. It's mostly turnovers, but that's pretty much it here. I mean, you're going to see the black screen again. I might be editing my schedule a little bit until I can have a clear shot at what I know I'm going to do, but that's pretty much it. I'm out.